Hello, sisters and friends. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the launch of Alpha Phi's 150th anniversary celebration. I'm Jackie Schools, Alpha Phi's International President, and tonight I am proud to share with you the exciting ways we are coming together to mark this milestone anniversary in 2022. While we had planned to kick off our celebration in person at Convention 2020 in Dallas this past summer, it was vital we set our number one priority as the health and safety of our members as we all navigate the impact of COVID-19. Instead, tonight, we have the opportunity to connect with thousands of Alpha Phis across the globe to celebrate 150 years of Alpha Phi and learn about the fraternity's plans to make this anniversary truly memorable. We're thrilled to be celebrating with you all today on our Founders Day, the day we honor the 10 courageous women who joined together to create a safe space for women to connect, inspire, and learn from one another. This day has traditionally encouraged us to reflect on our past and celebrate our sisterhood. As we do so, we have heartfelt gratitude for our original 10, who in forming Alpha Phi created opportunities for us to lead and laid the foundation of the sisterhood that bonds us all. They valued strong character and meaningful friendships. They emphasized the importance of generosity and the need for innovation. The impact these women have had on each of us is profound indeed. From those 10 in 1872, we've grown to welcome over 270,000 members, and we now recognize 173 collegiate chapters. The wonderful thing about sisterhood is that it can inspire more love, more support, and more encouragement. Woman to woman, sister to sister, hand to hand, and heart to heart. As Martha Foote Crow noted in our early days, now that we have founded the Alpha chapter of the Alpha Phi Society, is this all there is to do? No, indeed. We have all the alphabet to go through, and to go through again and again. Can we not be a world society as well as a national one? Yes, there's work enough for all of us, and today is no time to be idle. Alpha Phis have always been industrious and resourceful, growing from the Alpha chapter at Syracuse University to Xi chapter at the University of Toronto, to Iota Tau chapter at Harvard, and to our newest Kappa Iota chapter at the University of Wyoming. Through world wars, pandemics, challenges, and obstacles, we have adapted and we've grown, learning along the way and thriving as a sisterhood and a community. Our love endures, and so as we look ahead to 150 years of Alpha Phi over these next 2 years, we will honor our past and lay plans for the future so that we may celebrate Alpha Phi for many generations to come. It is now my pleasure to introduce past President Sally Grant, who is excited to share one of the highlights of our 150th celebration.
Thank you, Jackie. I've had the honor of serving Alpha Phi as International President, Foundation Chair, and National Panhellenic Conference Delegate, as well as serving the conference's chair. And these experiences have given me perspective to appreciate the foundation of our past and the opportunities of the future. Alpha Phi's uniqueness is rooted in the spirit of innovation. Our founders made history as the first female students on campus and wanted participation beyond the classroom. Denied admission to the men's fraternity, our founders chose to create their own fraternity for women. From the beginning, they envisioned an expansive sisterhood, and their leadership and organizational practices set the tone for Alpha Phi of today. Much like our present-day membership, the founders were a group of curious women who did not back down from a challenge. Women who had a vision for a sisterhood and the confidence in one another to make an impact. The spirit of Alpha Phi does not reside in a single place. It is woven from the diverse experiences of individual sisters pursuing a common dream and working hard for what they believe in. For more than 14 decades now, that spirit has advanced the lives of all the women listening here tonight, all those making an impact in their communities across the globe, and those who have joined the silent chapter. As part of Alpha Phi's 150th celebration, we have begun the digital preservation of Alpha Phi's rich history and valuable archives. We want both current and future generations of Alpha Phis to be able to connect with and enjoy our story. We've partnered with an incredible company, History IT, to bring this project to life. Thank you to the generous support of Alpha Phi Foundation donors for making the digital preservation possible. We are thrilled to have Kristen Gwynn Becker, History IT's founder and CEO, with us today to unveil our digital history site for the first time.
Thank you, Sally. We are happy to be a part of this project. As a bit of background, I'm a historian and I'm a technologist. So in those roles, I think a lot about history. I think about how we tell it, how we learn it, how it influences who we are as individuals and as groups. At History IT, we work with organizations that store and share our history to help build solutions that help them connect their audiences with the histories they protect. And at History IT, we believe two things. We do this work because history is incredibly important, and history is in danger. History is how we tell stories about ourselves. We understand who we are as being a part of a greater group, and that group has a connected past. This is true for our identity as a nation, as a community, as a family, and it's certainly true as a member of Alpha Phi. As a member of Alpha Phi, you're part of a longer tradition. You share vision and values of generations of women for nearly 150 years. And women 150 years from now will share the values and vision that you hold. After all, history is not merely moments from the past. You're creating it here, every day. As a professional historian, I have access to a mostly unseen world, a world that contains the bulk of the information we use to tell our history, to share our stories from the past. And this information lives in places called archives. Now, for centuries, archivists have preserved the information about the past. They've developed an intricate system for organizing and cataloging these materials, packing them into safe containers so that we can locate them whenever we need them. As a society, we've undertaken this great investment in preserving our history and archives because we believe it is important to do so. Without the information in these places, people in the future could simply make up whatever they wish to be true about the past. For the past century, Alpha Phi has worked to preserve the stories of your sisters, not only for the sake of preservation, but with the knowledge that Alpha Phi's past is important to the fraternity's present. Alpha Phi's past is part of the future. These are Alpha Phi archives, by the way. So, how is history in danger if it's safely protected here? What does that mean? It means that to draw meaning from history, we have to be able to access it. Now, people used to access information in places like this. I'm willing to bet that most people don't find information or stories this way anymore. We live in a digital world. We find our information and stories here. So if we only access information through web-based searches and stories, what does that mean for all of your information that's stored in these? I believe that these primary sources of information, these original documents, images, objects that tell our stories from the past, they continue to hold value. Then, if we believe they continue to hold value, it's critical that this information is transformed into the digital world in order to remain relevant for the future. Right now, we're living in a time of transition between the analog and the digital. So most organizations haven't actually been transitioning their history to a digital form, and in many cases where they've been doing it, they haven't been doing it correctly. Many organizations have not accepted that in order to have a future in which we're building from the past and have a sense of who we are as a part of something greater, we must completely transform our archives in a way that will make this information, that will make these stories available. However, Alpha Phi is not one of those organizations. I'm pleased to share with you today how Alpha Phi is launching into the future by investing in its past. I'm going to take a few minutes to walk through the steps we've taken so far, what we have, and where we're going from here. So as we work to create a digital archive with Alpha Phi, there are three main components. There's imaging, tagging, and online engagement. Imaging is more than scanning a bunch of documents. We use overhead capture to create archival resolution quality TIFFs that will preserve the digital assets for centuries into the future. Now, if all we do is create digital assets of these materials and hand them to you, that's not terribly useful. It's the equivalent of photocopying something and setting it aside. We also have to find a way for you to find them and find meaning from them. In order to do this, we have to create catalog records and tags, right? So if you're looking at this photo, you see all of this information on the back of it. It has people's names, it says where it is, it has a date. We have to transform the content on the back of this image into a format that makes it accessible. So placed in a preservation management system, all of that detail becomes clickable tags that allow you to then navigate and find items throughout your archive that relate to that particular tag. Let's look at this with an example. You're looking at a program from your 20th annual convention. You see, the first thing it lists is your founders' names. So on the left, you see the original item and the founders' names, and on the right, you see the tags that connect those names. Now, names are very, very important to get right. People use nicknames at various periods of their lives, and you won't be surprised to learn women's names change throughout their lives often. Some women's names change several times. Take the case of your founder, Clara Bradley, who here in 1908 is displayed as Clara Bradley Wheeler. But in this 1922 program, she's listed as Clara Bradley Burdett. But she is tied to the same tag. You can see here how we tag all of the women's names with their related tags in the archive. We also tag chapters, universities, and subjects. And it's not just organized, imaged, and tagged for you. Now we present it to you as the Alpha Phi digital history. You are looking now at the homepage of your new digital history site. As you come to the site, you're invited to begin searching for whatever is of interest to you. The Explore page allows you to look at the archive by exploring different types of material, documents, publication, images, scrapbooks, and so on. The image gallery provides the experience that's akin to sitting in someone's living room and flipping through a photo album. It's going to load images at random as you scroll through. You select an image, you can find out more about the people depicted there, where it is, and then start from there to explore the archive. You can read through issues of the quarterly magazine, not just in a PDF cover to cover, but all of the articles within each issue are tagged at the article level. So again, if you click on a name, you're going to find photographs relating to that name, as well as specific articles that contain that name. The online timeline allows you to explore your history chronologically. You can choose to look just at Alpha Phi milestones, or to look at expansion efforts, philanthropy, or you can look at any or all of these lenses in relation to what's happening in a broader global context. Alpha Phi is also developing 150 stories over the next 2 years leading up to the sesquicentennial, utilizing this digital archival content. we will regularly release new stories so you can keep checking back and see what stories are available. So with all of these ways to explore your archive, we're pretty sure we know where you're going to look first: your chapters. You can look for any chapter and then learn more specific information about the history of that chapter and see all archival content relating to the chapter. As you can see here, the Alpha chapter has 98 records at the moment that relate specifically to that chapter. The same goes with names. You might search for yourself, for your mother, for your sisters, and any name you select is going to tell you more information about that woman, as well as provide you with a list of all archival items tagged with her name. Here we are back with Clara Bradley Wheeler Barker Burdett, and you can see that at the moment there are 8 items currently tagged with her name. Now, there are more than 8 items that relate to Clara Burdett in your archive. So, what's next? The current digital archive you can see online today contains approximately 400 items from your archive. Your entire archive consists of approximately 300 linear feet. It contains manuscripts, bound materials, photographs, negatives, slides, scrapbooks, objects, albums, audio-video material. So it's pretty big. So how much is 300 linear feet? How much content do you have there hidden away? It's enough content to take up an entire soccer field, just stretched end to end. So we have a lot of material there, and History IT has developed 6 phases to digitally preserve all of this. As massive as this amount of content is, it comprises only about 10% of your history. So where is the other 90%? Where are these 9 soccer fields full of material? They're in your chapters. So as we continue this effort, we will also be reaching out for you to join us in creating your own chapter archives. I want you to have fun exploring your history and sharing it. Learn more about your chapters, the stories of your sisters. But as you do this, remember that you're not only exploring your history, you're making history every moment. Alpha Phi's past is Alpha Phi's present, and you right now are part of building Alpha Phi's future. We know that right now we are living in a historic moment. We hear it all the time. So let's put the next item in your digital archive. Let's put this moment into your archive. I want you to take a screenshot right now to capture this virtual Founders Day. You can email it to us at info@historyit.com. Send us your name, your chapter, where you are when you took this screenshot. We will put it into the Alpha Phi Digital Archive. And the next time you log in and search for your name, you will find that screenshot that you took. Thank you very much for the opportunity to work with Alpha Phi's history. I look forward to hearing what you think about what we're building together. The digitization of your archives is one very special part of your 150th celebration. And here are a few of your past Alpha Phi International presidents who are excited to tell you about some of the other special moments planned over the next 2 years.
I'm Linda Massey, and today is day 1 of our celebration. It has been 150 years in the making, and together we will find ways to connect, engage, and reflect on the importance of Alpha Phi as a sisterhood of women committed to one another. Today we unveil the first of 150 stories of Alpha Phi. These stories celebrate moments, movements, and individuals that have helped shape our legacy. Be sure to read along with each story as we work our way to Story 150, which will be released on Founders Day 2022. Our 150th celebration site is live. Visit alphaphi.org/150 to see all of the information about our 150th celebration and download your digital celebration kit, complete with social media, assets, event materials, and so much more.
Before we hear the next part of our celebration, let's check in with a few of our chapters who are gathered in their chapter houses, live-ins only, and safety precautions in place. First, let's see how Iota Mu chapter at Georgia Tech is celebrating.
Hi from Georgia Tech!
I am Dina Gage, and I know we Alpha Phis like to wear a pride on our sleeves. We are excited to announce some of the commemorative merchandise that will be available for purchase during this celebration. Over the next 2 years, we will have many commemorative items available to purchase as part of the 150th anniversary celebration, including a 150th scarf, special heritage jewelry pieces, posters, apparel, glassware, an original Alpha Phi house figurine, and so much more. I have the pleasure of checking into the watch party at the Beta Epsilon chapter house.
Welcome to the University of Arizona. We are the Alpha Phis from 150, and we're the best darn women that you'll ever see. It's been a lot of years, so let's have a cheers, cause Alpha Phi is always here. Because Alpha Phi is the place to be for 150 years and eternity. From all that hanging, the sisters were making the mess with the saying this. We want to say thank you. Yeah, we do. Memories. Thank you. We love AP. Yeah, we do.
I'm Linda Boland, and for Founders Day 2021, we will gather at events throughout the United States and Canada to celebrate our sisterhood. These events will also begin our year-long Living History events, where members will be invited to celebrate 150 years of Alpha Phi at an event in their area. During these events, members can turn treasured Alpha Phi memories into Alpha Phi history by bringing an item to be digitized at the event. Whether it's our past, our present, or our future, the members of Beta Psi chapter at San Jose State University are always excited to show us their Alpha Phi pride.
Hi from San Jose State. Welcome to Beta Psi.
I'm Jean Hom, and at our 2022 leadership conferences, we look forward to gathering together to host an Alpha Phi birthday party. Held in 4 different cities, Leadership Conference 2022 will engage our collegiate officers and volunteers in different leadership and training opportunities, while giving us plenty of time to celebrate with over 1,600 Alpha Phis. We will be offering different ideas and activities for our collegians and alumni on how they can share the Alpha Phi spirit through birthday party bid day themes and Founders Day events that place the emphasis on celebrating our sisterhood. Now let's pop in to see how the women of our Gamma Xi chapter at Wichita State are celebrating tonight.
Hi from Wichita State! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, Alpha Phi! Happy birthday to you! Hey, hey, Alpha Phi! Live it, love it, Alpha Phi! Want it, need it, gotta repeat it, I just love that Alpha Phi! Hey, hey, Alpha Phi! Love it, Alpha Phi! Want it, need it, gotta repeat it, I just love that Alpha Phi! Hey, hey, Alpha Phi! Live it, love it, Alpha Phi! Want it, need it, gotta repeat it, I just love that Alpha Phi! Happy birthday, Alpha Phi!
I'm Krista Kate Facina, and the biggest party that we will host during the sesquicentennial anniversary will be a convention 2022 in Scottsdale, Arizona. We invite all Alpha Phis to gather and reconnect. Our collegiate leaders and volunteers will be there, and we hope every member considers joining our celebration of all things Alpha Phi. From engaging dialogues and informative fraternity updates
to the opportunities to laugh, reflect, and enjoy the company of our sisters that we met in the springtime of our youth, Convention 2022 will have something for everyone to enjoy. Hosted at the JW Marriott Camelback Inn, the full details of this 5-day experience will be released on alphaphi.org and to your email inboxes in the coming months. There is no better time to celebrate Alpha Phi, and we hope that you will join us in Scottsdale in 2022. In Blacksburg, Virginia, our sisters from Virginia Tech are counting down the days until we head to Scottsdale.
Welcome to Eta Omicron!
I'm Laura Malley-Schmidt. Since 1888, the Alpha Phi Quarterly has been shining the spotlight on our members, the way they positively impact our communities and their connection to our sisterhood. In the fall of 2022, the Quarterly will release a commemorative issue that explores our roots, shares insights on the evolution of our organization, and looks towards our future. We hope that you'll read the issue with us and reflect on the value Alpha Phi has brought to your life. Let's check in on the celebration at the Iota Theta chapter at Wilfrid Laurier.
Welcome to Iota Theta!
I am Jenny Struble, and the 150th celebration comes to its end where it all began. In October of 2022, we hope you will join us in Syracuse, New York, to honor the work of our founders and reflect on the role we each play in the Alpha Phi legacy. At the Founders Day 2022 celebration, we will commemorate the 150th anniversary of our founding and reaffirm our vows to one another and to Alpha Phi. In addition to the event in Syracuse, we will be hosting events in other areas and encouraging sisters everywhere to gather and celebrate 150 years of Alpha Phi. It's my pleasure now to introduce Nancy DeVoe, who will share her perspective on the importance of sisterhood in Alpha Phi.
My name is Nancy Whitkin Burks DeVoe, and I have had the honor of serving as Alpha Phi International President and as Alpha Phi Foundation Chair. I joined Alpha Phi 77 years ago during World War II, and during that time I've witnessed how Alpha Phi and the world have changed. In my time, I have seen Alpha Phi select cardiac aid as the focus for our philanthropy, establish our foundation, create our first website, and expand membership to more than double our size. Nearly 150 years ago, the original 10 came together to create a circle of friends and form a society to celebrate and support women. Those 10 women are the reason we call each other sister. Since then, Alpha Phi has grown to impact over 265,000 women. Despite the passing years and the changes, we have remained connected and committed to one another and to Alpha Phi. We are unique and strong, contributing to a sisterhood that continues to make a difference in communities across the globe. And together we are Alpha Phi. These are more than just letters. They are our past, our present, and our future. Alpha Phi is about sisterhood, generosity, innovation, character. It is an emotion, a home away from home, a beacon that is shining a light in the darkness, a room full of laughter. It is unity, hand to hand and heart to heart. It gives us hope and connects us all one to the other. I can't even imagine how Alpha Phi will continue to evolve over the next 150 years, but I know our fraternity will continue to unite us under a solemn pledge to lend a helping hand to one another. Join me in honoring our past and celebrating our future. Alpha Phi roots are strong, and this next chapter will be about where we are going.
Good evening. I'm Renee Zahner, Alpha Phi's Executive Director. I'm grateful for the women who have come together tonight to celebrate the sisterhood that means so much to us. Thank you to our current and past international presidents, to our volunteers, to our collegiate members, and to our sisters everywhere connecting virtually as we launch the anniversary festivities surrounding the 150 years of Alpha Phi. We often look to our past, to our roots, for perspective and inspiration. Regardless of the decade, a common theme has been the strong women who have come before us in Alpha Phi. 150 years is such a special milestone. Just as it makes us proud to celebrate the anniversary, 150 years of existence also makes me wonder, what's next? Where are we going? What will the next 150 years look like? From the beginning, our members have pushed Alpha Phi to be continually innovative, to be bold, to never be satisfied, to never be afraid of doing the hard work, to keep learning, to keep growing, to never be complacent with being the best, to believe in ourselves, to do more and to expect more, and to keep pushing forward. It is such an honor for each one of us that we've been a part of Alpha Phi's first 150 years. But as we look ahead, it is also a responsibility. We must ask ourselves, how will we honor those who have become before us and lay the path for those who will follow us? I invite you to join us in celebrating the first 150 years of Alpha Phi over the next 2 years. As Clara Bradley Burdett said in 1929, be zestful and carry your torch high in honor of our love of dear Alpha Phi.